And time for the moment of truth. Let's see how this tastes. It is so good, you guys. I can't wait to show you how I made this. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Mina. I love to craft and I try to come out with a new tutorial every week. And this week I happen to be really obsessed with oatmeal, and so I wanted to learn how to make granola. So let's go ahead and get into it. These are all the ingredients I use. Feel free to make swaps or changes to your liking. What I love about this recipe is that you just pretty much dump everything in a bowl. Doesn't matter the order. Make sure you've gone ahead and set your oven to 350 degrees. And while that's warming up, we're going to just go ahead and mix all of our ingredients in. Make sure that you are using raw nuts though. Doesn't matter which ones you want to use, but raw is better. And if you want to add some seeds, you can totally do that as well. So I'm adding some walnuts and almonds. A little bit of salt. And some cinnamon. Making granola is kind of like making overnight oats. You can make a lot of easy swaps to kind of switch it up. So maybe instead of dried raisins, you add dried strawberries. Maybe instead of walnuts, you add, almonds. It's a great alternative for trying different breakfast recipes. And then you just kind of mix everything in. I originally bought this whisk for making pizza dough, but it's come in handy for a lot of projects, and I just love the look of it. It's so fun. But yeah, you're just basically eyeballing it. What's so fun about this is not really like cooking, like baking. It's more like cooking because you're really just adding in whatever you like. The measurements don't really matter too much. So just have fun with it and get creative with your recipes. And I'm using my little swan measuring cups, which aren't the most precise measuring tools for baking, but they're cute, so I like to use them. Also, I ended up learning a hack, and I'm sorry if everyone else already knew this, but so I did add the olive oil first, and what's cool is that when I went to go in and add the honey using the same measuring cup, the honey just slid right off. It was so satisfying. I'll show you, that'll come up in a bit, so keep an eye out for that. Next, I added some vanilla extract. Some chocolate chips, which are very important. These are optional though if you're trying to be on the healthier side. And I'm just mixing it in. I love this recipe. I've already made it like 3 times since shooting this. Oh, this is that honey hack I was talking about. Because the olive oil was already there, it's just gonna slip right out of the measuring cup. So satisfying. You can also use maple syrup instead. I just am a big fan of honey. And I'm going to mix that all together. And that's really it. You just want to make sure you've got a nice even coated mix. So now I'm going to lay it out flat on a baking sheet. I read online on several recipes, they recommend using parchment paper. I didn't have that. I just used foil and it worked just fine. I put on 2 sheets and then I patted it down. By patting it down, it's going to kind of make the granola solidify better and making it more chunky. If you don't want it to be very chunky and you want it to be kind of loose, then don't pat it in. And you want to bake it for about 20 to 23 minutes. And then you want it to let it cool for about an hour. My baking sheet is about the size of my oven, that's why it's a little burnt on the edges, which I didn't account for, but it still ended up working just fine. After it's cool, I then peel it off from the foil and dump it in a big Tupperware. It kind of came off in barky chunks, which I love. I love really big piecey granola. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this inspires you to make your own granola. It was so fun and simple. Highly recommend for a quick morning snack or a snack in the evening. I've had it every day since, and it's good for about a week in an airtight container, or you can also freeze it. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And don't forget to subscribe for weekly tutorials. Thanks!